What's going on today, guys? Godzilla Fan Freaks back to you today with another review. And today we are going to be reviewing the Sci-fi revoltech Anguirus from 1968. And let's just get on with the box first. Very nicely well done box. There's the front side with just some more information. Other side with a little portrait of Anguirus there. And then the back showing the ranges of movement and everything else that the figure can do. Some poses that you can put him in and everything. And of course, my favorite part of these boxes, which is the inside flap, even though I can't read any of that, it's still cool that they added in photos from Destroy All Monsters and stuff like that, the movie which this Anguirus was from, as well as 1972 and everything. That was all the same Anguirus suit practically. But 1968 Anguirus, this is the box for the Sci-fi revoltech, and it is a very nice box. So now, let's get on to the figure itself. Here is revoltech Anguirus, and as most of you know, revoltech is kind of like a smaller SH Monster Arts. That's the way I look at them, even though they came before SH Monster Arts. It's practically what they are. They're just kind of just a small version, and of course SH Monster Arts doesn't have the clicky joints. But still, detail and paint job is very well done on Anguirus. He is that brownish color, as well with his spikes being that bonish tan color. Very nicely done, especially on his claws and everything too. Teeth are a nice white, eyes are a nice white with the black, very nicely done. And of course inside his mouth is a red color for his tongue and everything. But very nicely done paint job, and detail is great on this figure nonetheless. Not as good as X Plus or some Bandai's, but detail is very good. The joints on the revoltechs, they're not too much of an eyesore. Not to me anyway. They actually did a good job on hiding them and stuff like that. They're really not too bad. So, I mean, the figure does look very well as far as joints go. I mean, you can kind of see the joints there when you bend the arms out. But again, it's not too much of an eyesore. But detail on the skin is very, very nicely done. How they got some of the ridges on the arm there, as you can see. You know, some of the little tiny spikes, especially even on the back legs. They got that, and they got his little spikes right there on the back of his, kind of not on his heels, but just above the ankles. It's a very nicely done detail. And articulation on the revoltechs are, of course, a lot. I mean, you have, of course, the mouth, as you guys have already seen. The head, the neck, all that moves. He has a wrist joint, he has an elbow joint, he has a shoulder joint, knee joint, ankle joint, thigh joint there, and then his tail can move up and down like that at that joint, and then he has a waist joint right there in the middle of his body that can move like that. And then the tail is made out of that softer vinyl, and it does have a wire running through it so you can bend it around and everything like that. But I'm not going to do that with I'm not going to do that with Anguirus, just because I know over a amount of time that you know, plastic or vinyl can be known to crack and fall apart, and I really just don't want that to happen with this figure. So I've kept my Anguirus' tail straight ever since I got him out of the package when I got him a few years ago for a birthday gift. So anyway, nonetheless, let's move on to some of the trinkets that he came with. Of course, he came with his nameplate in 1968 stating Destroy All Monsters. And one of my favorite accessories, he came with the Moonlight SY3 from Destroy All Monsters. And I must say, for a very small, tiny trinket and accessory to come with a revoltech, it is amazingly well done. Amazingly well done paint job. Hopefully that focuses and gets in the camera well. They even have the SY3 you know, stamped on the side of it there on both sides. Just an excellent looking rocket ship. It just looks amazing. So I mean, eventually maybe if you ever wanted to do stop motion, you can have the Moonlight SY3 make a return or something. So I mean, that's really nice. I do like the Moonlight SY3. And the Moonlight SY3, of course, came with a little smoke lift-off accessory. Let me see if I can get it in the right way, because it does go in a certain way. And just like that. So you can have the Moonlight SY3, you know, taking off right next to Anguirus or something like that, you know, with the nameplate, and there you go. You got a nice little display for your shelf. And but excellent accessories all the way. And on with scaling, he really won't scale well with the Bandai figures. Bandai figures are just too bulky and a little too big. But He will scale in well with your Monster Arts figures, bringing out SH Monster Arts Godzilla here. He will scale very well with him. He might be just a tad too small, but it's not much. I mean, I could see this working, even though it's Showa Anguirus and Heisei Godzilla. I mean, I could see it working. He actually does scale in well with him. So, not even a problem with scale with SH Monster Arts. It actually does look very well. So, anyway, that pretty much about does it for revoltech Anguirus. This is Sci-fi revoltech Anguirus. We are Godzilla fan freaks. Please like, comment, and subscribe, you guys, and we will see you guys in the next video review. Thank you for watching.